Hey everybody, it's March week 1 and the Deephaven community team here is going to Deephaven Connect Iceberg table. Show us that feature today. We got
All right, so this is Iceberg as a data source into Deephaven. I'm going to demonstrate connecting to some Iceberg tables. I'm just running this all locally, but if I have a MinIO installation that is going to simulate the AWS S3 file system. And what I'm going to show you is how I would connect to a catalog, list the tables, and then read some tables from the catalog. So the first thing I'm going to run, this is Groovy, not Python, but I'm going to bring in the imports I'll need for this demonstration. Then I'm going to create an instructions object, which is just explains to the Deephaven catalog how to connect, what type of catalog we're going to use, and then all the S3 information. So let's build that instructions. And then we're going to actually create the catalog and connect to the Iceberg catalog. Okay, so now we have a working catalog object. There's a couple things we can do with this. I have a namespace on here with New York City taxi data. Let's just connect to this namespace and list the tables. So we have some taxi partition data, and then I have a single file. I'll explain what's going on with that in a second. All right, so the interface is extremely simple in this case. Iceberg supports many snapshot, like multiple snapshots of your tables. I'm about to make this read table call. I'm not going to pass it in a particular snapshot, so it's just going to read the most recent snapshot and return a static Deephaven table with that. So I'm going to create the table identifier and then request the table. It's reaching out, and here is our data. And so this is a 3.2 million row table, 17 columns, and I can scroll through it really quickly. This is taking advantage of some of the work we did on our S3 file reader for read ahead. So this data is coming in just as fast as I can look at it. What's interesting about this is the most simple idea, this taxi single. If I show you what it looks like in the S3 simulated world, it's really boils down to just there being a single Parquet file. So kind of a single partition. The metadata is very simple. There's really not a lot of complication in that one. But I will show you a slightly more complicated one. So we're going to read, we have all of these Parquet files of different sizes. It's the same data set. You'll just, it's just spread out over multiple files written in multiple times. And so if I bring in this is the taxis one I just showed you. Same idea, loading, and same number of rows, same idea, but now we're crossing Parquet files as we bring in this data. And then just to show you this is real data and not just some representation, I can do an aggregation on this. So I'm just going to run a quick aggregation, which will sum all the fair amount for each of the unique passenger counts we have on one of the tables. And here we go. Here's our passenger data. And this is the total amount for all of the, I'm not sure how these zero passenger fares generated money, but that's what you get with the New York taxi data. All right, so that's a demonstration of just the preview of what we're doing. This right now is limited to static data. There's also a limitation that I just wasn't able to show you today. It's still a work in progress about loading partitions in the partition like key value system that would allow Deephaven to leverage like partition indexing for filtering and speed all that up. But the first release of this should include requesting requesting Iceberg tables by specific snapshot or load the current with partition handling as fully expected. A follow-on release will do our best to implement a refreshing view of an Iceberg table where we can dynamically load snapshots either by polling the catalog or maybe on user command. But that's where we're going with this. It's exciting.
Right, those Iceberg features next week.